Stepford County Railway has been around since 2017, and a lot has changed since, with the route map in version 1.0 looking like this, and the route map now looks like this. So, without further ado, here is the complete history of Stepford County Railway. The story of SCR starts in March of 2017, when Charlie_RBX officially started the development of Stepford County Railway. The game will stay in development until November, where the first routes and trains begin service. This will be known as SCR Legacy. 4 days later, the Class 321 is added, and an extension to Winstree was added. The SCR Discord server also opened on that day. The next day, the Class 333 was added, as well as Coxley Depot to clear traffic from Benton Depot. Throughout December, 10 updates took place, and some notable ones being Airlink's first chests, the big update being revealed, Waterline being released, and Bantech joining the group, among a plethora of new trains such as the Class 357 and 185. Going into the start of 2018, more updates took place, which released more new trains, and Benton being remodelled for the last time until version 1.7. Then, on April the 21st, SCR changed forever. SCR 1.0, more commonly known as a big update, was a massive update, rewriting the game's code entirely. A new GUI was introduced, and a bunch of new stations and trains were added, most notably Winstree, which was replaced by Rocket Parade, later Stepford Road, and Leighton City. Waterline also got extended to Conley, and in terms of trains, Stepford Connect got the Class 707 to replace the Class 700, and Waterline got 3 new trains. Version 1.1 was announced just under 2 months later, with features such as speed limits being revealed, yet that update will not come until the last day of the year. In the meantime, Nice Summer became the main menu music due to copyright issues which forced the developers to remove Anywhere by Rita Ora from the game. SCR also hit 1 million visits on August the 18th, with an update that added the Class 730 to Waterline. The rest of the year only had small updates, such as shifts and an advent calendar for version 1.1 sneak peeks. Then, on the 31st of December, SCR version 1.1 was released. Version 1.1 is more commonly known as the largest update on Stepford County Railway. This update added 13 new stations, 4 new depots, 4 refurbished trains, and a new operator, Airlink, which operates the Class 802 and 185. Waterline's Class 701 was removed, and Connect's Class 68 was added. Most importantly, Verily was introduced to the game. 2019's first update brought a way of obtaining points from signalling, and level crossings across the Morganstown branch were fixed. Later in that month, Airlinks received the Class 332. February brought Airport Terminal 1 and 2 to the game, and Airlink received the Class 360. Terminal 3 was added a day later. Then, in late April, version 1.2 was released, adding the Whitefield branch to the game. Then in early May, SCR hit 3 million visits, and the Class 331 was added. The next day, Bantech released a sneak peek showing off the first next-gen train, the Class 158, which was open to testers the next day. The train became public alongside the Class 508 in version 1.3, which was released in mid-May. The Class 185 and the Electrostars will receive a few updates a few weeks later. Then, in late June, MattyX 2013 announced that the Class 350, 357 and 360 will be upgraded to next gen. He also announced a month later that the 68 will also be upgraded. The summer of 2019 was filled with NG upgrades and small patches. The next notable update was in September, being version 1.3.26, which is more commonly known as a 5 million visits update, which gave Airlink the Class 755. Throughout the next few months, the Clin by the Sea extension and the Express operator was sneak peeked numerous times. This update would soon be leaked by anonymous testers in October, but that didn't stop the development. Bantech later announced that the update will be released on December 16th, yet it was not released until the next day. Version 1.4 was a major update, which extended the line past Edgemead to Clin by the Sea, and added a new operator called Express, which used the class 801 and 43. Version 1.4.1 was released in late February 2020, which upgraded 5 trains and 3 stations, as well as the scenery around some of the areas of the map, and they also added the class 195 and 195/1 to Waterline. Throughout March, more NG sneak peeks were shown, and the class 707 was optimised, and the class 220 was sneak peeked for Stepford Express. In April, it was announced that Stepford Connect and Waterline will be rebranded, and all liveries will soon be changed. Guards were also confirmed in a sneak peek video by Bantac. The update of SCR 1.5 was released on May 1st, which upgraded the last of the paper trains to next generation. MattyX 2013 resigned around this time. Throughout May and June, more sneak peeks were shown for the next update, and a new badge, the Weight of the World, was shown on the game page. The update with these features in it, version 1.6, was released on June 22nd, which added the Willowfield extension and the Morganstown shuttle, as well as all trains on Connect and Waterline being rebranded. However, 2 days later, Charlie_RBX was incorrectly terminated from Roblox for an audio file for the new announcements, which will be released in version 1.6.2. More sneak peeks were shown through the summer, with 1.6.5 being released on August the 20th, with a sneak peek of the new signalling system for version 1.7. Speaking of 1.7, during autumn, tons of new sneak peeks were shown for the station upgrades, an extension and rebrand for Stepford Express, and overhead wires upgrades for the Electro Stars. This update will be released on October the 29th, which added upgrades down the Benton and Morganstown lines. The next update, 1.7.1, was released on January the 1st, 2021, and upgraded passenger screens, and a new depot for Willowfield was added. 1.7.2 came a month later, which introduced the upgraded Clin and Edgemead, an overhead wires last model, and upgraded class 43 set. Then, on February the 22nd, HV resigned as operations director, and throughout the next week, SCR will go through a lot of issues internally, which brings us to today, and that's a complete history of Stepford County Railway. If you did enjoy it, then make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.